Yeah, I thought the guys played with a lot of spirit, a lot of character, really tough game against a good team. One-day preparation was hard with this style of play, and I thought we did a great job of buying into our plan and trusting each other. And we had a lot of different guys come in and step up and gave us some great help off the bench. Obviously, the starters, they did what they needed to do again, but we had a lot of contributors, and they came in and they gave us a great lift off the bench. So just really proud. It's a huge win for us against a really good team, and we'll enjoy it today and then get ready to get back in the gym Monday to try to get better and keep moving forward.
Talk about the one-day prep, because they run that kind of Princeton-style offense, and how the backdoor cutting, the three-point shooting, the extended defense.
Yeah, it's challenging. We played up in James Madison Thursday night, got back late Thursday, and on Friday a.m., but late Thursday night. And so, we only had one day. We couldn't really simulate it live. We did the best we can in the one day, and again, it's a great system. But I thought our guys did enough to defend them, and I'm just really proud of how we could bounce back and have one day and come out and be so focused and determined in a big game like this at home.
Talk a little bit about what happened late in the second half when you guys were down, you made your run at them, and then you really kind of locked down defensively on what they were trying to do. Well,
we got a certain lineup in the game. Where we could switch more to screens, and we went a little smaller, and I thought that helped us because we weren't in rotations as much, and so with us switching some things, it kept us out of rotations, and I thought that was the biggest difference. And Evan Bailey was playing really, really good, and so I wanted to get Jarrell back in. I took him out to give him a rest, and so we ended up going with him at the 5 instead of putting him back at the 4.
Yeah, talk about Evan. He had a couple of big threes, especially in the second half, that kind of got y'all rolling.
Evan's a winner. He's just a winner. He's been around here, laboring for 3 years. So it's good to see him get some fruit from his labor. He deserved it. And it was one of them situations where you don't know when your number's going to be called, but he showed up in a huge way tonight. But he's just a winner. He does everything we ask him to do. Practice hard every day, and he's been around. So, the players trust him, staff trust him, and he just came through in an unbelievable way today. 23 minutes with 11 points, but not only just the points, but just the loose balls and the boxing out and the defensively. He did a lot of great things and gave us an unbelievable lift.
And talk about Grant. He hits that three-pointer, he gets fouled. He's a free throw. That was kind of a turning point in the game. I think gave you all a lead, but kind of you built on that momentum after that play.
Yeah, he's a great player. Really, really talented. Can really score the ball, fast. Athletic, and so. That's kind of what we expect from Grant. He's just been able to deliver, over and over for us this season. With a big game last week at James Madison and then turning back around this week, having a huge game. Shooting a great percentage, too, so that was good.
Just talk a little bit maybe about Omar Pruitt. He's a handful out there.
Well, he ain't first team all-conference for no reason. Somebody think he's pretty good, and you vote him first team all-conference. Again, he's an older guy. Been around the CAA, and he's long. He's 6'6", 6'7", and he can play a lot of different positions. So, very skilled. But again, he's first team all conference. So every night you play these games in the CAA, you run up against guys that are very, very good. It's a high level league, and so we're gonna see some talented individual, performances and individual players all the time.
Do you change your game plan at all when a guy like Daniel Dixon is out of the lineup?
No, you don't really change. You kind of stay the same. I think it knocked us off kilter a little bit early on because, mentally you hear that. And you don't try to, lose any focus, but mentally you hear that and, it's a really good player. Yeah, but I think what happened was when you see a guy come out of the roster that's really important, the danger of it is the players and the coaching staff start saying, hey, we got to trust our system even more. And so when you got a system like that and they start talking about trusting it more, then that's they cutting a little harder, having, screening a little bit better, because you a man down, and that's what happens. It happened to us last year when we lost Canyon at, William and Mary, and we had to come home and play Hofstra at home. So we had to trust each other more, and we won the game. So I was worried about that a little bit.
6-0, UNCW 6-0. This is kind of the big showdown here coming up, and now you can think about it, I guess.
Well, really, I didn't even think about it.
I mean, now you can.
I'll think about it tomorrow. I'm going to have a good church service tomorrow, spend some time with my family, and then tomorrow night I'll start thinking about it. But again, a lot of really good teams in this league. I mean, it's just another really good team coming in. We played a lot of good ones already, and that's only the 6th game. We got 12 more in this second season before we get to the CAA tournament. So, very good team coming up on Thursday, and Kevin Keese does a great job, and that's just the next game up.
Terrell, it was kind of a gritty, scrappy effort there in the second half. Just talk about y'all's comeback there late in the second half.
It's just one of the things we live by. We have a lot of practices like that. We love to compete, so it's not a surprise we do this. So we love games like this.
You and Omar kind of got into it there a little bit. Does that just kind of get your competitive juices flowing?
Yeah, it's all on the court. You leave it on the court. That's how you want a game to be played. Sometimes that's how I got to be played. After the game's over, you shake his hand. So.
Grant, talk about that 3 you hit and then ended up being a 4-point play. Really, I thought a huge play in the game.
It kind of turned the tides a little bit. It was a big energy play that we needed, so I was just happy I got one to go down in that moment of the game.
They're a tough team to guard. They play the kind of Princeton offense. They like to extend the defense. Just talk about playing against that with only 1 day prep.
I think it helps that we already love to play defense, but the coaches did a really good job of making sure that give us a game plan to make sure that we did our jobs on defense to make it easier for us on offense and just throughout the whole game. So it was okay. It's tough, but I'm glad we did it.
Grant, I thought you were, again, more aggressive. Is this just something the coach has been talking to you about, looking for your shots, getting into the basket?
Yes, sir, but it starts in practice. All the guys push me to be aggressive and just stay confident. So when it shows in games, it's just like everybody's seen it before in practice. So
when they got that little lead in the second half, what was going through y'all? This for both of your minds. What was, were you calm? Were you what?
Well, just stick together. We got in the huddled as many times as we can, try to talk to each other as much as we could, just because that's what makes a team, and that's why I think we'll get over the hump a lot of times just because we really believe in each other, so it's okay.
Yeah, just sticking together. We've been down before. Just at JMU, we were down, and then Davidson at halftime, we were down. So we've been in these situations before. So
what was the difference then down the stretch? I don't think they had a made basket from the floor for like the last 3 or 4 minutes.
Defensively, you got to lock in. Make it a little bit more chippy. They're a really good team, and their offense is really good. So just sticking with each other and trusting each other.
That's the last question. Now you're playing against Wilmington. You're both undefeated in the league. It's a huge game coming up Thursday.
It should be fun.
big game.